Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Hello.
Where to next?
Prepare for liftoff. How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot...
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
Oh, I never get tired of that.
Before the Red Mile Bloodsport thing, this used to be a decent place. Now...
If you fancy yourself a Red Mile runner, just speak to me.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. Wonderful. Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting. Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her. Follow me.
Yes?
Okay. Hello.
Not every day you meet someone known throughout the settled systems. But here I am.
You wouldn't last a minute in the Red Mile.
Well, things change.
Of course,
Is that Donovan Reese? Damn. Guy's a legend. He's run the mile more than anyone alive.
Sitting with Autumn.
Who are you?
Is that so?
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Wow, how noble.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Now you're talking. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. All right. It's your call to make.
Planned this out real good, didn't you, Jade? The Freestar Rangers do the dirty work, and you get rid of a rival.
Don't forget the part where the Freestar Rangers get to bring down a big-time criminal while your deputy friend here gets intel on the first. Seems to me like we're all getting something we want, thanks to my good planning.
If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die, will you?
You're really going to take on the mile, huh?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
Kick back with a drink from the bar and enjoy yourself.
That's really simple out there on the Red Mile.
Runners down the road. Mile.
All the fun of Neon, plus betting on whether people are going to survive.
Ah,
Yep, these people
a
are total
new
winners.
Face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about the Settled System's most exciting sporting event? Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Sol have heard of the Red Mile. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly? It's no small favor that you're asking. But yes, I can arrange such a meeting. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? Good. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from my patrons who will place wagers on your survival. That's what every runner says.
I wish I shared your optimism. The mile's very real.
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin? Good. Come with me and I'll introduce you.
Funny. You don't look crazy.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons and honored guests. For one brave soul, the hour of fate is at hand. Yes! A runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wagers. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you'll see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
May stink to high heaven, but it's all part of the job. take more than that. That's one. Today's not gonna be your day, pal. Incoming! Oh, not my day. Dance. Something's up there. Somewhere. This feels like old times. Don't let anything go to waste. think they make here? Shit. Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. Bye-bye. Grisly, but part of the job. Could always use some more of that. More than that! Got more shape. Looks valuable. Happy to help share. We're not.
Done, runner. Now all you need to do is return alive. Unfortunately, the beacon tends to attract unwanted attention. Good luck!
Is this some sort of stunt gone wrong, or...? Say good. This is my favorite part. Target's down. Smells part of the job. Got another one.
May fortune smile on you today. Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
Yeah, well, you better stop messing with
I'm not easily impressed. But you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
I'd rather go back to the days when this place was raided and plundered on a regular basis.
Sure. The occasional pirate raid would set us back.
People will be
Now the
talking
pirates
about
would
this
leave
for
and
a
the
while.
guests would return.
Don't
Oh,
see a
well,
lot of
me.
people survive
I'd
the
fire a lot
mile.
of you right now. Take my chances with the pirates.
You made it.
Tougher than you
Well,
look.
it's not up to you, is it? Meanwhile,
Here, you're back. Are you okay?
next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm.
And here I was feeling like a nervous wreck the whole time. Guess I had nothing to worry about. Anyway,
Get the hell
I'm
out of
relieved you made it
my
through okay.
just whack.
Why? Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first. I'm sorry about that. You're right. Let's focus on the job. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
I keep thinking the next runner will live up to the legacy. No one's ever come close. Maybe so.
Yes? You going to try it again?
Time for me to keep my promise, runner? You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient. Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Hello.
Home sweet home.
I was just thinking about you.
Dad, do you think Solomon Coe would have liked
Something you need?
Sure. Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to your grandpa, Solomon Coe would have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Your thrust is firing.
We're in orbit, Captain.
Hello? There you are. I am so rare that someone new comes along. From the sidelines, it's a real treat to see everyone scrambling. It's very profitable as well. Oh, this whole thing? I suppose it did cost a few fortunes. But it is nice to travel with a modicum of style. I really can't say, as much as I'd like to. It may mean nothing, but I'm rooting for you. Sorry, can't say. Hopefully all will make sense in time. Good luck. Please, just be careful. Very careful. I hope to see you at a much later date.
Set of stars.
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Looks like organics aren't going to be a problem here.
Do you require my assistance?
Boss is in the back.
Marco's done well for himself. One might say too well. I mean, I would say that at least.
Here to join the first best merc company there is.
Are you awake? Good. I don't know about you, but a fella can do a lot worse than Constellation.
You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
Nice ship, huh?
Why don't we have a room like this? Just full of knock your socks off trophies. You know, really flaunt our success. Is all that junk really necessary? you need all of that? And sometimes things just go your way. You might want to stow some of that. Just a suggestion.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks. Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger.
This deputy might just surprise you, Marco.
And who might you be?
The name's Sam Coe.
A name well known across the Freestar Collective. It's an honor to welcome a descendant of the great Solomon Coe.
Yeah, well, that name probably means more to you than it does to me.
Your deputy friend here could have a bright future, assuming we all keep our heads. To settle accounts. Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Freestar Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, The Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt council of governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future. That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Free Star Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy. You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who will kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return. I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand. Good. Then we are agreed.
I won't pretend that I agree with this, but it's your call.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate like this one somehow got into the wrong hands. Wouldn't it? Now, before you complain, remember that all I promised was to point you in the right direction. You're free to stay as long as you like. It's not often I get to entertain such a distinguished guest.
The galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Feel free to tour the ship.
Ah, the dulcet tones of classical piano.
Good day, Captain.
Be back.
Hello again.
What can I help you?
Time to greet the stars.
Apogee kit
Hey, Dad.
complete.
Want to
Hold
hear
it
a
steady.
poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark.
This is Freestar Collective.
Starships? I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Give him a pitch. We'll see, come down.
Good to see you. If there's anything I can do, by all means.
Docking complete, Captain. I will never get tired of
Restart
that.
space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
One quiet day. Then too much.
Work hard, play hard. That should be the place for a month.
Might be hard work, but it sure beats living under the boot.
Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first? Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because let me tell you, I am so close. Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, Deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Grab a chair.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. Set those thoughts aside. Right now, I need you to focus. How's your investigation proceeding? That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
Come on, Emma. You know as well as I do how tough this job is.
That's exactly my point. When it comes to deciding who earns a Ranger's badge, I will not compromise.
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him. I can understand that. He can be uncompromising, but he looks after his people.
Let's continue. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you met an informant who asked for your help, but you talked him out of it. Use you? The way I hear it, he was fearing for his life and looking for help. You don't get to ignore your duty when it's inconvenient. That's the right way to think about it. You definitely went above and beyond, and the Marshal and I thank you for that.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger Macmillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart. Makes sense. I reckon he figures he spent enough time there already. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most. I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them. Then you'd better go prepared for a fight. These are experienced mercenaries we're talking about. The factory was on Arcturus 2. Make sure you come back alive, Deputy.
If you have questions before you head out, ask the Marshal.
Cracking the code was so... Go get him, Deputy.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
Hey, Deputy.
I feel for the folk in the stretch. I try and give a credit or two to the Low House when I'm able.
You thirsty? Got all sorts of booze. And other stuff, if you don't like the hard stuff. Pull up a seat, friend. Here you go.
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Ah, the new deputy. Take care of yourself out there.
I can patch you up, or if you need supplies, I've got those as well. Enjoy Aquila City, and for God's sake, be careful.
Your prop. The doctor can provide any supplies you might need.
Saw what you did at Galbank. That was really something.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many
Outlaws, Ashta.
Don't make me regret this.
This is Techie in the hut up at the front.
Captain, it is.
Green, ready for what comes next.
Ready here. Horror's good tip. And we're back where we belong.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, sweet pea. Yo, man can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Good one. Cool. Let's get the system with a fried grab drive, huh?
Already got him bracketed.
looks green. Ready to land.
Life in all its many-colored glory.
Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
I mean, the mechs were terrible weapons of mass destruction. Is he wrong? I'm a little sad that they're outlawed. You heard that, right? Wise to be in my way. Ah, son of a... We're action time. Waste not, need not.
I'm a man of action. I've got no use for lies. So when I tell you that you're being manipulated, you know I'm telling the truth. You think the Council of Governors really cares about anything but themselves? They're greedy and corrupt. You're a tool in the hands of the unworthy, just like I once was. I was loyal. I followed women to their deaths. I'll carry the stain of that dishonor to my grave.
Just don't tell Cora about this one. I must confess. Hey, if you find a new pistol... No, that's it then. At him. Got hit in the head. Gonna get your blood pumping, huh? Got one. Afraid your time's coming up. Catch. Oh, hurts. Please drop some of that. I'm hurting just watching you. Did I hear snoring? Grab everything useful. Today's not gonna be your day, pal. Hey, good to see you. I might have what you need. I'll carry it. Yeah, I was done too. I'm up for a little adventure. Share the wealth, right? Guess we're done.
The 1st Cavalry was the greatest fighting force the Freestar Collective has ever seen. At the Battle of Nira, the 1st Cavalry was destroyed. Why? Because the generals got scared and asked for a truce. I've got no sympathy for cowards, or for the people who put them in power. I've also got no sympathy for those who do their bidding. And this means you.
Someone there? Better make your peace! You're dead! You hear me?
Never wise to get away. Never mess with a code. Time to tango. Glad to see you don't mind getting your hands dirty. You gotta drop some of that.
Someone there?
Me and my friend here are gonna teach you manners. Tell him Sam sent you.
Another kill!
Blood in my eyes. Gonna get your blood pumping, huh? This feels like old times. Mess with me and my friend? Ah! We do what we must, right? Ranger time's coming up. Me and my friend here can teach you manners. This is my favorite part. Today's not gonna be your day, pal. training for some sort of weightlifting competition? And we built that. Take that, you see. This side passage might lead someplace interesting.
Come here seeking justice. Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes away, minutes from winning the battle and the war, when the ceasefire order came down. Now there's a debt of honor.
What the?
Oh, not my day. I've got worse shape.
Gonna make you something first!
This feels like old times. Everything's blurry. Get hit in the head. Really get your blood pumping, huh? Tango. Looting the dead ain't glamorous, but it sure is profitable. Never wise to be in my way.
You're dead! Hear me? You should have given up!
I can't believe it. You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them. If we'd have had more like you in the war, we could have planted our flag in New Atlantis. You fought because you had to, and you fought well. Don't apologize for that. More importantly, you survived. Most soldiers don't. I know, because I'm the one who led them to their death. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us even when victory was within our grasp.
I've heard stories about the Battle of Nira. Can't imagine what it was like to see the horrors you've seen.
You pity me? Is that it? You haven't earned the right to pity me. You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause. But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now. We'll see about that. Not long after I started the first, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
Ron Hope. But he's on the Council of Governors. There's no chance he'd be capable of such a thing.
The credits were good, but yeah, getting some payback was the real reward. You think I've lost? Is that it? I haven't lost. You go find Ron Hope and tell him what I've told you. Then you can deal out whatever justice you see fit. You do your job, and I get one last piece of vengeance against the Council.
Damn. I don't want to do this guy's dirty work, but we can't let Hope get away with it, can we?
Don't bother.
He should face justice, but I'm not sure he's gonna come quietly.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me, and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
Will you get a moment? Can we talk? I don't got many friends, so I figure I gotta level with you. My past keeps showing up. I should get ahead of it before I get behind it. Hell, this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. That means a lot. You know, when I turned 18, my dad used one of his many connections to get me my first real job. That, plus the magical co-family name, meant I was shipping freight out of Aquila. If there's a way to take the wonder out of space, it was working for that outfit. Every milligram of helium-3 accounted for. Timetables down to the second, too busy to ever really appreciate anything. Or even look up. And the pay? Well, it paid for my apartment, but that's about all I can say for it. So, an opportunity comes by from the boss man. He says, run this job, don't ask questions, and there's a bonus. Hell, I was still just a kid. I jumped on it. I knew I wasn't shipping some dried mangoes, but suddenly, God help me, it was fun. And you're a hell of a lot smarter than I was. So, more jobs started coming. And everywhere I went, suddenly dangerous people were much better armed. I'd hear about armed conflicts and civilian casualties. Innocent casualties. And I'd pretend that wasn't me. Maybe I wasn't smuggling weapons, maybe I was carrying something else. As long as I never open the boxes, I can keep pretending. Not directly. And I tell myself they'd get guns from someone else. But in my heart, I knew blood was on my hands. Soon the boss man's relying on me, and the pay was nice. We also started partying a lot together. Hard. There are whole weeks that are blank. Never had a lick of trouble. Till I did. Yeah, but it takes two to tango. To this day, I don't know what I was running that last job. But it was tasty enough, a whole mess of Crimson Fleet jumped me at the rendezvous. Yeah, a sane man would have been scared. But I looked at my pissant trading skiff's dual cannons and shouted, "Oh, this is on!" Yeah, I blew up one of the pirates before they realized that I was out of my gourd. I managed to get them down to 2 left before every system I had was fried. I was done. And that should have been the end. But that's when the Rangers showed up. I don't even know how I did it. Pure instinct. But it wasn't enough. And then, dependable and straight as an arrow, Lillian Hart came on the comm, and well, it's like hearing the voice of an angel. The Rangers took them out, no problem. All that's fuzzy, though. See, I passed out. And when I came to, Lillian was there. Seems the Rangers were impressed with me. Offered me a job. Yeah, by all rights, it should have been a prison cell, but Lillian, she saw something in me. And I took the job. And that's it. All my cards are on the table. That's, well, that. But the thing that scares me is Cora. I mean, I gotta tell her someday. Sometimes the way she looks at me, I'm not worthy of that. But to see that look gone... well, ain't that something to look forward to? Just so you know, all this is why Lillian is something else. And I really need to own that. And have a tough talk with Lillian. Tell her about that follow-through you mentioned. Cora's at an important age right now. Every visit counts. You can't flake on her. Well, for now, let's do something more cheery. Like getting a root canal. Better we get it than someone else. You know they have cargo holds for all that. I hope you got better sleep than I did. You find places like this abandoned all over.
Captain, greetings.
I love the smell of getting back into the harness.
Lifting off now.
Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? That sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold.
You know my great-grandfather made that time, right?
Invented Freestar Galactic
Starships
Space.
fly there like
Maintain your current course
comets,
while we scan for
carrying
contraband.
us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy?
All right.
I'll copy
We're
down
done.
too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
folks from all over the Freestark. Bye.
Ron hopes the best thing that happened to us.
Trucks in space.
Hope never sleep. Right away.
Their motto always cracks me up.
You walk the factory floor? It's impressive stuff.
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Burkett.
Keep an eye on your
set some
valuables.
ambitious quotas.
Can't protect your own.
You met every
don't belong
one of them.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Those jackasses on Line A are gonna be the death of me.
Something more you need, Deputy? Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense. No, and I don't care for the insinuation. The disgraced war hero who went to prison, and you actually believed him? That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose this is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Burkett. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
Of course. Of course. Allow me to explain, and you'll see that I certainly did. The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. Oh, and it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. We donated the fertilizer to select homesteads and let the farmers do the work. And when the time was right, we cleared the farm and brought in machinery to harvest the mineral-rich soil. The reduction in labor and materials costs sent my profits soaring.
You tricked them into poisoning their own land for your benefit.
I have a business to run. I can't afford to spend a credit more than I absolutely have to, Mr. Coe. I never intended for anyone to be hurt. I told Hull to buy the land, not take it by force. Unfortunately, farmers can be stubborn folk. And I couldn't risk any witnesses.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job. And more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way. I give you my word. You're right. Yeah, those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hope Tech.
A coupon? I can't believe this guy.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor. Did I not make myself clear? I'm offering you a reward for a job well done. Nothing more. And with that job so capably done, we'll consider the matter closed. I'll be needing that slate from Major Hull, of course. Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer? But on a much larger scale, yes. Justice can be complicated, Deputy. Sometimes the cost of exacting justice is greater than the cost of doing nothing. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
Careful. I think he means business.
Absolutely. Consider it over. It's ancient history. You've already taken care of the first, and I won't be hiring anyone to take their place. From now on, I'll dedicate myself to looking after the hard-working people of Hope. As for you, you're a hero, Deputy. You've saved this company and ensured a bright future for our employees and their families. You can count on me, Deputy. You'll find that my word's as reliable as every ship that leaves this factory. Now, I'm sure the Marshal is waiting for an update on your progress. I won't keep you any longer. Farewell, Deputy. You've done good work today. Oh, and since we're agreed that discretion is in order, I'll take that slate from you now.
But we'd be dust, except for that. Victory.
It would be advisable to vacate this area.
Off-worlders. Nothing ever good comes from them.
Just keep it holstered. We'll all get along fine.
Excuse me.
Hello, Captain.
Laura's already finished the pre-flight checklist. That's my girl.
Alright, let's see what's out there. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Imagine how Solomon must have
Welcome to the Three-Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. All right, you're good.
You need something? Happy to even out the load. Later.
Did you need something?
Hey.
Have any new books for me?
Be of service, Captain.
Word to the wise, avoid the stretch, especially sorry. Spaceport's always a
Well, hey there.
Good to see you back safe, Dip. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? Damn, you've got guts of steel. Did you find out why the First was taking over farms? Makes my heart heavy to hear that. There was a time he was a great leader and a hero of the Freestar Collective. It's too bad he threw all of that away. Still, it's hard to escape the feeling you cured the symptom, but not the disease. They were mercenaries, and that means someone hired them. Now they can just hire someone else and pick up where they left off. The whole thing just feels unresolved, a temporary victory at best. Couldn't ask any more of you than that. While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents. You've shown that faith was well placed. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Well done. Way to go.
Great job, Ranger.
Sure, just keep grabbing everything. What could go wrong?